And we're live. So, hello everyone. My name is Luis. Thank you very much for being here today with us. Uh, Today is the new members presentation event, the new members who joined the BGA or the Blockchain Game Alliance during the month of September. So, we will be welcoming uh, five or six new projects and companies. Very excited about it. The organization is growing very steadily, and I'm very happy with it. So, without further ado, let's get started with today's presenter. So, Ilya, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Luis. Thanks for having me here. Today, by the plan, here should be Markian, who is my co-founder in the Asylum. But here will be me. I'm a CEO and co-founder at the Asylum. And let me start from the a short story, actually, that I want to tell you to get the understanding how we're seeing the Asylum and what it is doing. So imagine demarcated world, the world that in what different countries, different continents has no connections between them. For example, USA has no connection with Europe. China does not trade with Canada. Africa does not produce anything for other countries, and so on. So this is the world how it was like 500 years ago. But then it was changed by the dreamers and travelers, and our world became much more wider, and the economic progress was just incredible. Because when you have just closed economies, they're not working in a synergy. But when you create a united and open economy for all different countries, they're like uh, progressing a lot. So that's how we see an asylum. We see an asylum as a new Silk Way, actually, but in metaverse sphere. We are building the roads between different continents, between the games, between e-commerce, digital advertisers, educational apps, social spaces, and a lot of other different content, giving an opportunity to our citizens to use all these different spaces interoperable due to the Web3 technologies. Uh, yeah, we're seeing Asylum as the main point, main connection layer to connect different spaces in the metaverse together. And what is actually the metaverse? I'm already partially answered this question. So for now, metaverse is an alternative reality, the next more immersive version of the internet, where you can live, shop, work, interact, and have fun. Important point here is that we are seeing metaverse as a next more immersive version of internet. Uh, I'm repeating this because we see that how the internet was built by the set of the base standards, by the internet providers, and then limitless possibility to upload tons of the content, a lot of new and different content inside the system. We are seeing the metaverse as a like a next step for such a system. So, what is actually our product? We're seeing Asylum as a metaverse provider. So we are, in analogy to the internet provider, providing the main thing for the united metaverse to exist. And why it is differs from another metaverse infrastructure solutions is because of the IMP. IMP is the interoperable metaverse protocol, actually the open set of the standards and protocols that are needed to metaverse to exist. That means that after we are building the IMP, every company, every different product could use IMP as a foundation on top of which any would become a metaverse provider being compatible with another metaverse providers. And in this way we're seeing we can achieve this synergy between different spaces. So, for example, you are building a Web3 game or you're building a Web3 fashion space. They could be connected between each other. They can be can have interoperable items that could be transferred through them. They can have like portals to jump from one space to another. They can have the same identity used inside different spaces, but in various contexts. That's what we are trying to achieve. That's what we are trying to do with such architecture. Moving forward, I want to briefly stop on the parts of the IMP protocol that is obviously parts of the metaverse provider as it implemented. So first of all, we are seeing the digital objects standard, digital objects protocol based on the NFTs, making every NFT compatible in tons of the different spaces, making it interoperable, making it saving its history. So like a real life object. So for example, buying a t-shirt somewhere in mall space, in a virtual mall space, you could jump to the game and reuse it in, I don't know, fantasy style. Then jump to the Minecraft and use it as a part of your skin. And then go with this virtual t-shirt just to the virtual conferences and so on. So that's what we are doing with the NFTs. Also, we are standardizing the DAO protocol to make it also interoperable, because the DAO is like the necessary foundation for metaverse to exist, because ownership and participation is what creates the feeling of the real life, and we are truly believe that metaverse cannot be built if it will be centralized. Because can you imagine like several centralized internets like that are separated from each other? I don't think so. So I think that metaverse should be built in decentralized way, building the open ecosystem for everybody. A few more things. Obviously, it's avatar system, similar to the NFT objects. We're trying to standardize all necessary things to display the single user identity, single avatar inside various different contexts, like seamlessly, and gives the ability to travel between these contexts. Exchange protocol is also super important part, because as I said in the beginning, the economic is like what empowers this world to run, what empowers the creators to build this economy, to build this metaverse spaces, to build new content, which empowers different spaces to make this connection between each other, to be interested in it, and so on. Yeah, a world protocol is pretty simple stuff. It's just a protocol that describes every space inside this metaverse, and like describes all physical laws, economical laws of these models, DAO models, and how these worlds could be interacted. And obviously, L1, L2 things protocol is like the solution to made possibility to make a fast and trusted backend for these metaverse spaces, because obviously we cannot live and build metaverse spaces without any trusted backend. Putting everything on the layer one, it's like not that we're trying to do. Moving forward, speaking a bit about our roadmap, I want to share here more about what we have for now. We are already built by ourselves the metaverse object standard that is like already defined, and in the next few months we are building the publicly available MVP, preparing everything that we need to launch in publicly, along with the 3 metaverse spaces showing this different interoperability between totally different environments. Yeah, other stuff on the roadmap you can see just on the screen. We'll stop a bit on the team. You already saw me. Here is also my great co-founder, Markian Ivanchuk, that is CEO of Venture Studio, who is co-founding Asylum, that are giving us a lot of additional expertise and help with our work. Here's our incredible CTO, Sven Seven. He is actively participated in working on the standards part, on creating all these, solving this all hard solutions for the interoperability and so on. Here, our CMO, Kirill Nagorny, with a big experience also. Our Maria, our co-founder, Alessa, and Alexander, our financial advisor. Yeah. Actually, that is for the presentation itself, but I want also to add a few words about what we are looking for right now. That might be interested, maybe for a lot of for you guys. We're actively looking for spaces to the collaboration to provide our services as a metaverse provider, actually, to make your NFTs compatible between different spaces, to help you achieve more like user flow, help your NFTs become more validated. And also, if you are building the infrastructure for the metaverses, we will be glad if you will reach us out, because we are gathering the consortium of IMP that will empower this metaverse standards protocol to be like the best and extended version it could be. Yeah, that is. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you very much for the presentation. Very interesting for sure. Wishing you the best.
Thank you,
If you
Luis.
have any links that you want us to share, please share them on the private chat, and I can then share it in the comment section so everyone can have them as well. I want to remind people who are watching us that if you have any questions, feel free to posting as a comment or as a tweet, and we will try to address them as soon as possible. Okay, I'm seeing here your links. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So I'm sharing the link on the comment section.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So let's move on to our next presenter. We have 6 people presenting today, so it's very packed. I'm very happy as well that there are many people joining, but we are trying to be mindful with everyone's time today. So next presenter is Vincent from Darewise.
Hi,
Vincent, you ready?
I am
Cool.
actually. Thanks, Lewis.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, and hello, everyone. I'm very excited and proud to be here representing Darewise. We joined the BGA a few weeks ago, and it's a great community to be part of. So thank you for having us and having me today. So I'm gonna talk to you and present you all about Live Beyond, which is the project that we're developing at Darewise. Darewise is a game development studio founded by veterans from the AAA game industry, and many of us come from Ubisoft space, among other things, where we worked one way or another together. Benjamin, our CEO, and I worked together on different free-to-play games and business development topic. And he was one of the game director of Assassin's Creed. And obviously, this is a big franchise, and this is where he worked with Mark Albinet, our creative director, who built the great loving world of Assassin's Creed Unity, and more recently worked on Dying Light 2. And also at Ubisoft, we crossed paths with Samuel, our CDO, who was one of the lead engineers on The Division, this brilliant game that was released a few years ago, and well, we worked one way or another together, and we had the chance to meet Christian Bravery, the art director of Fable at Lion's Head, alongside Peter Molyneux, and he was really passionate about the future of gaming and what metaverse and Web3 was all about, and the future it can reveal for us. So he joined us as a core team a few years ago. We really are a multicultural company. We are about 100 people now in Paris, Barcelona, London, and North America, Montreal precisely. And one of the core elements, the core value that unites us at Darewise is that we are believing in the positive, meaningful power of video games, and that video games are meant, if not already, to be the social network of tomorrow. And the evolution of video games is naturally leaning towards metaverse or being part of metaverses. So this is what we've decided to build with Live Beyond. So Live Beyond is this, emerging genre of, kind of play and earn MMORPG. It's actually more than that. It's a metaverse based or encompassed in a rich fictional game world. And the core things, the core element that have dictate our vision for Life Beyond is true ownership, player-driven economy, and decentralized governance. And when we started to develop Life Beyond back in 2018, we didn't even consider blockchain technology that much, but we were developing our own Web 2 based kind of systems. And further down the road, we met with a bunch of brilliant minds from the Web 3, including Sébastien Borger from the Sandbox, who actually opened our eyes in the power of this nascent technology. So this is really a tremendous journey that we have started, and we are very proud also to caught the attention of Animoca Brands that you probably all know of. And Animoca decided to acquire a majority stake in Darewise at the beginning of 2022. So we are now part of this big family that Animoca is. So to give you a little bit more context about Life Beyond and what can you experience in this game world. First and foremost, this is a frontier experience. As a player, you will discover a new world, sci-fi based environment, and you will be developing yourself as a character, as a member of this new society by discovering and taming or exploring this planet before being able to settle on it and build your own activity. In Life Beyond, you can be whoever you want. We're not imposing you any role, any class, any aspects. You can really decide who you want to be and what you want to do and how you want to contribute to the society that this world is building. Um, if you wanna just go out there in the wilderness and explore and shoot at things and do quests, you can do that. But if you wanna, you know, lay back, build a different service for your pairs, or if you want to build a business, you can also do this. And ultimately, we also want to give the tools to the player um, to govern this new society or this new group that it will form, to decide the democratic organization, the economy, even the way the world will evolve. The game is already playable. Actually, you can go on playlifebeyond.com right now, download the game, and you will be entering the pioneering phase, exploring the planet of Dolos with your friends, doing in a bunch of missions. You will be able to collect some in-game assets as well as some NFTs, and we're gonna have a very interesting event next week, actually already, which will be kind of a moment defining in the history of Life Beyond. And anyone who participates will have a clear role and some rewards, I must say, in the history of this metaverse. Um, I think that's it in a nutshell. We are, really pleased to be part of this community. We hope to continue to engage with as many projects and passionate people as we can. I think one of the drivers for us is to, not build in silo, but build with others. And I think it's one of the greatest value of this blockchain industry or Web3 industry. So thank you very much for having me and listening to me today, and looking forward for more projects and collaboration.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Vincent, for presenting. It looks really cool. The world looks really, really cool as well. The animations, the characters. So, well, thank you very much for presenting. I'm sure that people will be very excited playing it as an MMO. So, yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
I want to remember everyone. If you want to remind everyone, sorry, if you want to if you have any questions or any comments, please use the comment section wherever you're seeing. Now's the time to ask any burning questions that you might have for anyone who's presenting. And also, Vincent, if you want to share any links, please share them on the private chat so I can share them as a comment also. So in the
Maybe I
meantime,
can ask something to Vincent, if possible,
yeah, sure.
if you have time.
Absolutely.
It seems amazing. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Vincent. And are you planning to launch a token
Yes.
or for the game? What is that plan?
Yes, so we are fine tuning our tokenomics as we speak. Actually, it's going to be something a little bit unique in the way we're doing it, because one of the great ambition that we have with this project of Life Beyond is to be one of the doors for Web2 player to enter Web3. but also to be mindful of our very first, followers and supporters who come from Web3. So we are creating a tokenomic system which will potentially reward both hands and make them meet in a way. We should be able to disclose more before the end of the year. And one of the things that is for sure, however, that I can say is that we will not do an ICO or an IDO in the traditional sense of the way. So expect something
Thank you.
different.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
like the approach from Web 2 to Web 3 thing. we have the similar approach. I'm gonna talk about it now. So thank you.
cool. So
Looking
better
forward to
follow
it.
them on social media as well to keep updated on what's coming. um, okay, cool. So well, thank you very much, Vincent, for presenting as well, and Ilker for the question. So actually, Ilker, you're the next one. So that means
Yeah.
that the stage is yours now.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank Blockchain Game Alliance to invite us here. And it's amazing to be here as a new member. And I'm going to talk about GoArt Metaverse today, what we have done so far, and what is our plans in the future. And I'm Ilker. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer of GoArt Metaverse. I will give like a brief information about our company and our background. GoArt Metaverse is founded by the Roofstacks software development company, which has been focused on AR, VR, e-commerce, and casual and hyper-casual games, with 145 employees and two main offices, one in Austin and one in IT Valley in Turkey, in Istanbul. And I'm in Istanbul right now also. And GoArt Metaverse now has 65 people working on it. And our CEO and the founder is Burak Soylu. He's a serial entrepreneur that founded many different companies, successful projects before. And the main office, Roofstacks, is selected as the fastest growing software development company in Turkey last year. So, and this is our leadership team. And we have different product size and also the content and the blockchain teams and strategy and marketing teams inside. So when we look at the ecosystem right now, we realize that there is like a lot of selling lands and like developing the social meeting points as a metaverse. However, this growing community is not here just only to meet people or buy some lands or invest, but they will look for a problem-solving approach, and for the problem-solving approach product to spend their time and money. And we also realize that brands are really confused about how they're going to position themselves in this Web3 market. So what we are aiming is to offer a smooth Web3 shopping experience for any metaverse platform in the space with our AR mobile first application. So when we look at the market, you already probably know all of this part, but like the metaverse is going huge. Gartner is saying like 25% of people are going to spend at least 1 hour in the metaverse in 2026. And we are really amazed by the social commerce part, because people are spending their money and purchasing goods where they spend their social life online. So, and it's going to be, it's projected that it's going to be 1.2 trillion. And also, we are very focused on AR since 2017, and our whole metaverse is on AR and on mobile. So an AR shopping experience is also a huge number, has like 3.4 times more likely to purchase for customers, and the 20% fewer rates. And of course, at the end, we came to the Nike NFT success story with $185 million. However, it's not the same case for all the brands. We saw a lot of brands who tried to bring new NFTs and new utilities or some kind of projects, but didn't really came up as good as we were expecting. So when we look at the issues here, that we see that the failing to understand the metaverse from the brand side might be a problem. And of course, the users have been shifted. Morely like when we look at the users now, I see more like investors, not just the user that's going to come and use my application or my product. And the understanding the needs, the shifting needs, and creating the community part is also another issue for the brands, to make the center of your product, of your project, as a community-based project is also important. So when we look at all these issues, we bring up Guard Metaverse as a landing point for the users and the brands. And users can spend time with our variety of content and claim our tokens, MTE tokens inside. And also they can visit the brand areas by passing through our time portals and discover their products and utilities also. So Guard Metaverse is a gateway from Web 2 to Web 3 for the brands. To that end, we kind of solved the cold start issue for the brands with developing their contents that can be used in different metaverse platforms, and also bringing gamification and NFTs and community engagement to that areas, so that people are going to really engage in that area. So what we have done so far is that we launched our application on Google Play and App Store at the end of May. In the last 4 months, we give our community, we didn't do any marketing as digital marketing part. We only built community, and we try to explain people what really we want to do. And it's going amazing these days. And we have the app is being used. And inside the app, you can see here also that we have the virtual spaces. People are going inside, spending time, collecting, finding treasure chests, and socializing. And we are also bringing new NFTs, in-game NFTs in this app also. But when we look at the data, this was an alpha application that we want to see what the users are really seeing and what their expectations are. And we have around 20,000 users right now. And like average engagement time is like 26 minutes per user per day. And the retentions are going like first week is 45 and the fourth week is 24. So we are happy with the results, and we believe that it's going to get bigger and bigger every day. And also what we've done in this so far is that we see that our users collected 1.6 million of MT tokens we spread in our virtual spaces. And more than 500,000 times the portals have been used by our users. And these MT tokens are actually converted to Maticoin, and we give away to our community 100 Ethereum worth of Maticoin. And now what we are doing is we are bringing up the brand shops inside our metaverse, and we are giving the brand storyline and content, and also we are pinning the real live location of this brand, that when the people are around and if they go to the physical location, they can go inside with a different content and get different utilities from the brands. And also we are engaging with the loyalty programs inside. What else that we provide for brands is that we have the B2B event streaming solution for them. This is AstraZeneca example. And people can join with their avatars and also the speakers and spend some time and get used to the 3D dimension event idea. We are going to make this bigger with the concerts soon. So here that we already agreed in the last 2 months with 8 brands, we have more than 3 million revenue, and we are going to bring 4 different use cases before this year ends. I'm not showing the brands' names because we didn't announce it to our community. So it's gonna, if you stay tuned, you will see it in the close future. What we are aiming is to target around 100K users. Now it's like 20,000. We want to see it 100K at the end of this year. And what we are trying to do is to bring Web2 customers of the brands that we agreed. We agreed and developing their metaverse shop to Web3 with GoArt, bringing up different utilities and very easy usage by mobile phone only. So if we need to look at the roadmap, there's a lot of things coming up this year and the next year. We're going to launch the community NFTs soon, and after that there will be in-game NFTs, and we will open 6 brand portals this year and activate multiplayer gaming. And of course, after the last presentation, it's hard to say a game, but more like a gamification. It would be better. And we will start the brand marketing admin panel because we want the brands to come to the Web3 and understand what the customer wants and give the utility directly to the end user, not giving digital marketing channels or anything. So, and next year we will be bringing up our marketplace and more immersive gaming experience and a lot of collaboration with other metaverses with open world. Last, I would like to say that our Guard keys minting is 13th of October. It's a free mint and on Ethereum. So, and it will be the keys for our community and our Guard metaverse. There will be a lot of utility on it. So if you want to come, just join our Discord and spend some time. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ilker. So very timely that you came here today. If you want to share any links to where people can go, well, you mentioned in Discord, but maybe if you want to share any other link, send it to the
Sure.
private chat, and I can share it to everyone. Okay, it's here. Okay, so 13th of October, that would be the date. Okay, awesome. I shared it. So thank you very much, Ilker, for presenting. It looks very cool and very interesting as well. I'm liking this like XR kind of vibe and innovations that are coming from these technologies. So very interesting for sure. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So I don't see any questions, but if there are any, I want to remind everyone, send these questions to the comment section wherever you're seeing this. In the meantime, let's move on to our next presenter, that is Ersin. Ersin, you ready?
Yep. Yeah, I'm ready.
Awesome.
You're going to share yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. Dapium is a no-code app decentralizer, and it's becoming a Web3 gaming ecosystem. And according to our thesis, we wanted to make it easy for the Web2 developers to tap into Web3. So you're a game studio or any other Web2 developer and you want to tap into Web3, but you don't want to build a sophisticated or any blockchain team. You don't want to learn blockchain development. Then you can use Dapium. It creates all the smart contracts you would need automatically for you. Use mouse to. Okay. This project won the first ever Avalanche hackathon. You see Emin Günsirer, CEO of Avalabs here, Kevin Seknicki here, and our team. And if you check the team, we are actually from Web2 world, serial entrepreneurs from the Web2 world mostly. Koda, for example, is one of the top 10 software companies of Turkey. I'm the co-founder. I used to be the lead developer as well. CBK Soft also eventually got acquired by Iron Mountain. We got co-founders and CEO and technical people there. Inventuna Games is a blockchain game development company or a game development company who also uses Web3 as well. Heroes Chain has gone down the rabbit hole. It's a very prominent game on Avalanche. And also Argador is a very reputable resource lab for advanced laboratory. And we have 2 PhD, 3 Master of Science, and 5 PhD degrees among co-founders from reputable universities. Okay, our thesis is we believe that we need to onboard real Web2 developers to have mass adoption, to reach a mass adoption. We started with the gaming context, and in Q1 21 or Q2 22, when I was also involved with the Heroes Chain project, we studied blockchain gaming, what the blockchain gaming companies are up to. And first, it was good. The censorship resistance, peer-to-peer trade, ownership, all this cryptography, allows us to do. Were cool. But when I met the play to earn term, I had a bad taste, and it was due to some of the psychology experiments that I recall. And those experiments really show that if you pay somebody to do a task, it harms the fun part. One of those experiments go back to 1971 that impressed me a lot, by Edward Deci, for example. Two groups of psychology students, they're playing soma cubic puzzles. You're trying to make cubes from three-dimensional Tetris pieces, and in 3 sessions. And group number 1 just plays for fun. Group number 2, in second session, Professor Deci tells them to pay. He says, we're going to pay you for each cube you will make. So, and in the third session, everything is free, no one is paid. And at the end of the third session, when Edward Deci says, time's up, you can do whatever you like, they see that those who played for fun have a tendency to keep playing, whereas those played to earn, that were paid for each cube they make, tend to stop doing it. So it's kind of, you don't pay me, I don't do it kind of thing. Similar experiments with preschool kids on drawing, magic markers. The group that is, paid and contracted to do a fun thing, stop kind of doing that thing, even if they love doing it. Like preschool kids that love drawing, if they were offered money beforehand, then when they're not offered money, they have a tendency to go away from drawing. So things like that. We said play to earn has an intrinsic problem. And in around Q2 21, I believe, when Axie Infinity hype was rising, we all remember that. We criticized the core of play to earn, and we introduced the term play and earn. And in a nutshell, you just play for fun, and well, paying and playing, you earn some stuff, you own them, and you have the option to trade them free from the game studio. So, and we also believe that we must use the best practices of the real gaming industry, which is a success. And that formed our thesis. We need to onboard real game studios to the Web3 to be able to reach the mass adoption. And this is for gaming context. The same is valid for all other Web2 developers. And so we developed this tool to help blockchain game developers, and we address some of the technical issues. Like we know that in the gaming context, most of the gamers, like 3.2 gamers out there, are non-coiners, and they like convenience. They love playing games. And blockchain learning curves is still steep. It has to be an option which is behind the scenes. It should be seamless. So we need to develop technology for that. And also when it comes to real game studios, they want to keep developing games. That's something that they love doing, that they're good at doing. So we see that they have a resistance towards learning a new technology like blockchain development. So Dapium creates all the smart contracts you would need as a game studio. Like generate a crypto token, like a cryptocurrency or governance token, minting your NFT collections, designing and deploying tokenomics, and even we're working on in-game tokenomics flow tool now. We wanted to isolate all the technical complications, like how do I get fiat-friendly option, what is bridging, and etc. All the relevant smart contracts are automatically created for you by a tier 1 team that won the Avalanche hackathon and certified by prominent auditors. And at this moment, as we go out of closed beta, we support both Solidity and Rust, and thus covering a great deal of mainnets. And we give you an SDK that you're used to using, like a JavaScript SDK or Unity SDK, Unreal SDK, etc., to access your smart contracts and use them easily. And we also have the vision to become an ecosystem, so we welcome any friends, third parties to help our users with launching, raising funds, tokenomics design. We have a tool to develop and deploy your tokenomics smart contracts, but most game studios need consultancy on Web3, options. So some user interfaces, it's a software as a service approach. It's web-based, filling in web forms. You can create, for example, a token for you. You can create tokenomics, open new rounds, enter relevant information like the, percentage. Is there a cliff? Is it daily linear vesting, monthly linear vesting, and etc. And minting collections is very easy, just filling in a form, uploading asset files, and etc. And as I said, we give you an SDK that you're familiar with to access your smart contracts. So your Unity developer, for example, can just download it like any asset from asset store, bind it to a game object, and start using it. And we have an open API platform, a professional one with Playground on it, with sample codes on it. As I said, we isolate all the technical issues like bridging, fiat-friendly custodial wallet options, and in-app marketplace, for example, as an alternative to third-party marketplaces. And during alpha and closed beta, we worked with some prominent game studios with their valuable feedbacks, and they experimented with our tool. But mostly, Heroes Chain is important here because Heroes Chain has gone through all the phases. It has raised funds in IDO, for example, in Avalanche and CDFI, which are prominent launch pads. It broke all-time high records in January 22, and its token is traded on Huobi, Gate.io, etc. And it has a very strong community. Last time I checked, it's the biggest community, Avalanche native game community on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So, and it's the contracts in this really high level game are created without a blockchain team, but the Dapium tool, and we find it interesting. And the experience we want to give to our fellow game studios and Web2 developers is that as if you have a tier one blockchain team in-house, like free of charge. So if there's anything missing in the code generator's functionality, this is important, you tell us and we develop it for you and we add it to our stack. And this way we make our no-code generator better and better. And we funded the whole development, as you see in the roadmap, out of our own pockets. Remember, we're from the Web2 world, serial entrepreneurs, and we plan to do it that way. And in Q4, we're going out of stealth mode, out of closed beta, and now we're talking to starting with a lead backer, the backers to help us to build this business together with us. It's an infrastructure. It's a tool project, so we need networking effect. And as I said in the beginning, it started as a tool to help game studios, but we have the vision to make it become an ecosystem. When comes game studios, then comes gamers, content creators, attention monetization, consultants, and everybody, I believe, are going to be around Dapium. And phase 3, hopefully, it can be applied to other contexts rather than gaming. Thank you for your time. I'm open for all questions. I have an issue with hearing.
Your mic is muted.
Louis, you're muted.
Louis?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
That happens a lot for sure. I'm pretty sure everyone has had that same problem. No, I was saying thank you very much, Ersin, for presenting. That seems like a very ambitious platform for sure and very interesting.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very big one, but I'm happy to see that you're working on it. And yeah, if you want to share any links, also, I think that you shared it actually.
Yes, and I shared also one, the Dapium link, and also I resent another link as well, second link. So I shared two links.
Okay, let's see. Okay, it's a YouTube link. Okay, so I'm sharing both links here. If anyone else wants to see some more information about what Ersin's team is building, there are two links to see. So yeah, thank you very much for presenting. I don't see
Thank
any
you.
more questions. So let's move on to our next presenter, who is Carlos. Hello, Carlos. How are you?
Hey guys, how are you doing? All good, all good. Excited to be here with you guys today.
Awesome. So the stage is yours. If you want to present anything, you can share your screen as well or your window. Um, if not, that's okay. We're up to a chat as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking about going directly, no need to present slides, just directly sharing quickly what we are doing, right? So at Unlocked, we're building a new NFT lending protocol that hopes to get everybody out there to borrow using their NFTs as collateral. The beauty of what we do at Unlocked is that we're coming from the esports industry, guilds, NFT lending, and we have realized, based on our past experiences running guilds, running organizations, that NFTs need to be able to be used as collateral, right? We're trying to solve a very simple issue, which is how do we onboard the next billion players into blockchain gaming, into NFTs, right? Today, NFTs are a very underrepresented asset class. When you look at all types of NFTs, actually DeFi NFTs, utility NFTs, they're barely getting started, right? And the reality is that when people think about NFTs, they generally think about PFPs, they think about art NFTs, but there's a massive opportunity today to really grow into different asset classes and to expand the opportunity with NFTs to do other things, right? We believe that in the future, everything will be represented in the form of an NFT, and it opens a lot of possibilities, right? Now, the way we're building Unlock, we're focusing on being the best platform out there with the best user experience, with the best opportunities for people to borrow against their assets, right? We have worked with over 90 partners. A lot of them are guilds, games, NFT platforms with a very clear objective, which is maximizing the value of your NFTs. We don't focus too much on the appraisal part, on the risk modeling. We spend most of our time focusing on experience end to end, right? So we have partnered with some of the best companies in the world that are very experts at, like, very, very well known at appraisal, the likes of Upshot, NFT Bank, Genoa. And we work very, very aggressively on creating the best user experience. Today, we have focused on having the instant loans by using lending pools, allowing people to borrow against their NFTs instantly. We also work very hard to build the best end-to-end user experience. That means that you can borrow instantly and you can borrow while you're still using your NFTs. We think that this is a critical piece that's missing out there, right? Today, most of the NFT protocols out there take ownership of your assets. So if you're borrowing against an asset, you lose access. This will be unthinkable in the real life world. This will be unthinkable if you're borrowing through a mortgage, through a car loan, but this is still the reality in the market for NFTs, right? That's something we really want to change. We've gotten these learnings from a lot of the guild platforms, a lot of the games that are very closely working with us. Some of them are our investors, and they've told us this is one of the things they really need. At the same time, we focus a lot on user experience. That's why we allow options like multi-collateral, where people can easily drop the whole set of NFTs into our smart contract and borrow against them. You don't need to go one by one. You can literally drop 30, 40, 50 NFTs in one go and borrow against them. And instant loans. We believe that one of the biggest challenges the market is facing today is that with P2P, it's very hard to borrow significant amounts because the time is too long and the rates are too high. So we think that our lending pool approach will be a lot better, right? We cover all asset classes, but we're especially big in GameFi, where we have partnered with over 50 guilds, the likes of YGG, Troy, Real Deal, Real Player DAO. We have some of the largest guilds in the world that represent more than 90,000 players and $600 million assets, right? We believe that over time, as the industry grows and blockchain gaming, NFTs, DeFi NFTs mature, we are positioned to be the best platform out there where people can maximize the value of their NFTs. We have many different solutions, right? And we're working on our go-to market, partnering with games, with marketplaces, and making it easy to own NFTs. One of the best aspects of what we're doing today is that we allow people to borrow using their NFTs as collateral by integrating with marketplaces. We're launching our buy now, pay later options, and we want people to be able to borrow automatically. When they connect their wallet into a marketplace, they will basically see their balance and they will be able to borrow against that. At the same time, what we think is that as the market evolves, more and more people will have access to real-time contracts and to real-time loans. So what we want to do is to be known for our risk appraisal. I'm sure you guys have followed the market and you have seen some of the challenges out there. Risk appraisal is extremely important. So we have developed our own risk appraisal method to control the exposure that we have to certain collections and to reduce the loan to value that we give when we have a large position to one collection. This makes the protocol more sustainable and makes sure that we can maximize the value long term, right? And lastly, I just wanted to share, right? We have built a very strong community in the last 6 months. We started working on this only 6 months ago. We have over 100,000 people between Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. And what we have seen now that we just launched our first NFT Genesis project, the Luckies, where we sold out more than 3,100 Luckies, is that people are really excited to build a future where they can borrow using their NFTs as collateral. And that there are many people today that see this as one of the main problems and one of the main reasons why they don't spend. There are many people that are willing to invest $10, $15, $20,000 in an NFT that are just worried about locking their value and they're worried about not having enough opportunities to borrow against those assets. So we believe that by having Unlocked and by building this NFT lending protocol, the value of the projects will go up. Liquidity in the market is like the bloodline, is like the oxygen that allows projects to grow and thrive, and will make markets more efficient and reduce the spreads between bid and ask. So that's what we do. That's Unlocked for you. You can check out the links, unlock.finance or thelockies.com, and follow us on social media so we can partner up. We're very open to partnerships. We're working with over 90 partners, as I mentioned, and we're always keen to find new ways to access the market, to help each other, and to maximize the value of your NFTs. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Carlos. So yeah, I shared the link that you said on the comment section as well. Very interesting for sure. I really want to see how this unfolds at the end. So it's very very a very innovative take on NFTs and the finance part of them. Okay, so thank you for sharing, and I don't see any more questions. So let's move on to the last presenter of today, who's Andrew. Andrew, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for organizing this. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm the last one, so I'll keep this short and sweet. So ladies and gentlemen, education as we know it has become too complicated, too stringent, and way too expensive. We can directly correlate the rise of technology to the rise of education, leading to the advancement of human living standards. Yeah, we see a pending crisis with a growing population in a world of growing automation. Vast populations, especially the poor, are being outpaced by new knowledge and new technology. We will change all of that. That's what we're going to do in Quark. So the solution is we're going to disrupt and change the educational industry at its core, right? So Quark will harness the world of gaming to break down the barriers of education. So Quark strives to make education for all free, effective, and above all, fun, right? We are a game-based company with an underlying refi ecosystem focused on learning and learning outcomes and supporting regenerative human capital. Our first gaming product will be built on Web3 to enhance and promote the learning of coding, right? So allowing users to play, learn, and earn. The future of our gaming platform will be an open community where academics can further develop educational games that will branch off to STEM courses and beyond. So we really want to be able to create an entire educational ecosystem for all right? The educational gaming market is worth like what, 32.7 billion and growing at an annual rate of 18.5%. We just recently had a study done with the University of Malaysia that showed students using games to learn outperform 3 times better than classroom-led learning. After saying so much, the most important question, the all-important question, can we do this? It's such a monumental task. Now, the thing is, we have already done this before with Web 2. Right, our first game won U.S. Startup of the Year at Rise in Hong Kong in 2017. It was the most downloaded app in the US App Store for the educational category. So we're working with Ecole42, the renowned coding school, to jointly develop our gameplay and platform. We have the best minds coming together to ensure we have a groundbreaking product that we can roll out through social media and NGOs such as UNICEF and UNAIDS. Right, we really want to be able to let kids or anybody that has slight interest in coding, and if you don't know anything about coding, just play our game and you can get to learn and know more and be able to start a new career and everything, right? So of course, revenue streams, just to touch a bit on that, is drive on in-game purchases, advertisements, entire tokenized ecosystem, transactional fees, NFT campaigns, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'd just like to wrap up that I would like to invite everyone to ask everyone to join us in our first foray into Web3 to bring about a profound change to education and make learning more self-led, highly accessible, more enriching, and more rewarding for everyone. And as the saying goes, it takes an entire village to raise a child. But at Quirk, our village is going to be fun and free. So with that, thank you very much.
Okay, great, Andrew. Thank you very much, and very interesting take on education for sure. If you have any links you want to share as well, let me know in the private chat, and I can share them as a comment. Okay, cool. So I want to remind everyone, if you have any questions, this is the last chance to ask before we end today's event. I'm gonna just wait for Andrew to send the link, and then we can do a little closure before we finish today's event. I want to thank everyone, to all the speakers, actually. Very engaging presentations, all of them. Very cool projects. I'm happy to see that there are many people joining the BGA every month, and the quality of the projects and the companies that you're building is outstanding for sure. I want to thank everyone who watched today as well. I hope you had a good time, same as we did. I'm pretty sure you all had fun with them. And hope can see you on the next event. I'm not sure which one is it. Probably is. I think it's a panel discussion. So please follow us on social media, the Blockchain Game Alliance. We're all across social media to keep up to date on what's coming next. And yeah, I just share Andrew's link if you want to see it as well. But yeah, I think that will be it for today. Thank you again for being here, to all of you, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.